Yes, YouTube Nation, and me, same one, Missa B, One of those stick on a little thing where say I go on a yard. As usual, and you know it go. When Missa B says certain things, we just jump on it and share with especially people in the diaspora who don't really know what I go on. But before we jump into the matter today, we want to ask you if you have not yet subscribed to the channel, may I ask you for just, subscribe. And if you like the videos, hit the like button, share, and more importantly, would I like have your feedback in the comment section because that's what drive the discussion. But today, I want to take on a topic that if it wasn't so serious, it would be a big joke. And this have to do with the cab thing down in Jamaica. You remember a couple of weeks ago, cabman them strike, and for almost 2-3 days, no cab now run, and almost bring certain sections of the Jamaican commuting community to a literal crawl. God, the taxi man. Imagine we have a bus service, particularly in the Kingston and metropolitan area, but we have this ramshackle that has strafed the Jamaican transport sector for we are talking about since the 1980s. So we are looking at almost 40 years of the same ramshackle. And it just got to show, how the people who look the work through the political campaigning for run the country, just how much of a disinvestment them represent in terms of as far as the growth and the development of the country is concerned. Because for all of these years, we cannot seem to find an answer to the public transportation system, which is an integral part of what you need to mobilize the public in particular and to grow the economy. If people can't move from one point to the other, if there's no means of reliable public transportation, we're dead. And for the last 42 years at least, we've put this into the hands of just ramshackle criminality, because that's what the taxi thing is in Jamaica, whether you like it or not. I mean, I don't really care if anybody you want to take issue, because me just attack the facts. Get a case in point. Me I drive on Mullines Road a couple months ago. Me down a yard, and me I drive on Mullines Road. Cause me I stay up at the top of Mullines, up in on the cusp of Upper St. Andrew, if you will. So me come down Mullines Road and me come across the boulevard, and the man them turn a 2-lane thing in almost 4 lane, and taxi man a come towards me in a my lane, and so me I hold my thing because me figure say boy, and the taxi man, the driver put out him and literally run me out of the lane, So me I say, oh, what is? And then when me look, policeman there, right on the roadside, and so me ease over and me I say, officer, what you think? You the policeman look at me and say, boss, you're getting an accident. If you don't get an accident, just go and do a yard, man, just go on about your business, man. I mean, I say, really? Now, couple days later, me I drive on the same lines road, me all the way up to in a half a tree now, near where JBC used to be. And I come right just, like a tire shop on the road there, so. And, there's a divider. There's a bus, a big coaster bus park, and the tail of the bus over in cover the second lane. So the traffic thick, pile up. And it took about a good 15 minutes for negotiate a little area there, because the bus man, I load the bus right there, By the time I finally edge round and come up at the traffic light, come round for turn by Eastwood Park Road, I see 2 policemen lean up on a car right at the Shell gas station. And because it must be an idiot. So I go and I say, officer, I don't see where I go. Policeman say, boss, which way I go? I say, I go up Canton Spring Road there, so and thing. He said, then do you pass? Then go on about your what's it not business, man, where you want to do? We'll take on that. That's the problem where we have in Jamaica. There is no enforcement of any kind of rules, regulation, and whether we agree with it, yes or no, to a large extent, the guys who are supposed to maintain the law and order, the police, them are part of the problem. Some people that say, only for them policemen they own car on the road, you know. But come back to the cabman them strike. So out of the cabman them strike, remember what them strike for, you know? Them say, criminal I get amnesty for turning gun. Remember, no, market that gun amnesty thing is a different subject, and we will take that on in another video. But them say criminal I get amnesty and gunman for turning gun. So they want an amnesty for the ticket them where them accumulate. Some cabman have about $200,000, $300,000, $400,000 worth of ticket, you know. How we do that, God you know. But so if them can't get an amnesty, them now work. No work, now go on, no cab now run. In fact, remember that boy, the professional clown. Yeah, yeah, if it never so serious, it will be a joke. This man gave him occupation after them lock him up. This professional clown. In the corporate area, policeman them arrest him because he might draw people out of the car them during the strike and go and course up and carry on back because he might enforce the strike, you know. Come out of the car, come out of the car. I want to take this thing for. I want to take, and him lock him up. No, it's just one fool make many, you know, because after all of that, right? There is a radio station, Zip FM, I think them name, where this girl interview him and give him all a prize for him bad behavior and thing. And then the corporate world decides, we really, and take with them advertising. Now, in my book, if the girl work in my radio station, she would have had a job, you know, had emphasis, you know. And it also says what kind of policy you have. But then, as again, I say, one fool make many. Because if we had a policy with respect to public transportation, we wouldn't have gotten here in the first place, right? Because we would have made adequate investment in terms of moving people around the city, across the country, because that redound to uninterrupted production. The minute you turn this thing over, you know, and I believe that the cab thing is to support the used car sales because, you know, and it support the car parts business. There's a whole heap of moving components of it. And so you have to maintain that, because if you maintain that, then used cars, because every second car on the road at Jamaica is a taxi, you know, Bridget. Me I drive down Agley Park Road and I'll go about my business in a line of traffic and I'm on zoops past me. And by the time him zoops past, you know, the car stopping at the middle of the road and the tree door them, passenger door them fly open and people, I say, what the, you know, because if you're not conscious, you lick down people, you get an accident every day. Either you out of just not realizing what o'clock a strike, or them with the indiscipline. I put it to you that with the taximan strike thing, for those couple days, it must have been two or three of the best days for be a motorist, a regular motorist on the road, because you don't have the kind of impediment and the disaster and chaos that comes from these guys. So back to the taximan and thing. So the man them now claims say, boy, the government supposed to give them a amnesty, you know? And you have a idiot, Edgerton, something like that name, who is the head of the taxi transport transport operators development, sustainable services. Just the name alone tell you say a real madness thing that, right? And his name is a Newman. And him basically I say, oh, taxi man go a court for go try play fine because them figure say them get amnesty and enough of them and them get locked up. Really? Really? I think that's the best thing that could have happened. You know, if you really want to start to chip away at the indiscipline, the first place to start is the taxi man them on the road. Lock up the whole of them. Take with them license, right? Just give them some 6 months stretch of prison for and hard labor arrest that thing. So that them sissy, that we're not serious. As long as we're not serious with this, we'll continue to have the problem. So Mr. Newman claims that them go for pay them thing and them the government let them down, you know. And again, it make you kind of wonder, because if you look at the kind of communication that come from the government, in the first instance, you don't need to say a goddamn thing to these people. If you don't pay the fine, you're going to get locked up. Argument done, right? But the tail is wagging the dog, right? The tail is wagging the dog. Them little hustler, half of them are criminal, because the same taxi man, the Mr. Government, I spend advertising, teach people, young women, how to take a taxi. You know, you need to look for this kind of plate, and if the taxi man not go, and you need to call people and tell them where you are and things. If that is how your transportation system runs, we are absolutely fucked, eh? And we are. Because that is the reason why not Nagwan down a yard, you know. But this taxi thing, it is a joke, because it is a joke. The whole structure has been a joke, and it also goes to the core of the problem we have down a yard, because you know there's no structure in a nothing. There's no planning. There's no neither short, medium, nor long range. It's just that anything goes. If you have enough money, you can buy a car, and you can pay the bribe in the system, and you can get a red plate and bandoolo papers to run the car, you know, and you know, you are a taxi man. There's no training, no license, no you know, so the outlines of those systems are there, but it's not managed. And the people who are, you know, providing oversight of the system, 3/4 of them are bandoolo. Because at the end of the day, that's what we are in Jamaica. We're a bandoolo country, right? And so you can't believe nobody. You can't believe the government. You can't believe nothing, because everybody in this thing to be a bandoolo. Think about it. Give me your feedback in the comment section. And again, if you like the content, hit the like button, share. And if you haven't done so, subscribe. And by the way, as me just leave you upon this note. If you like them little thing where we have on, you see the reggae shirt, hoodies, and cap and thing. Visit my website. I'll leave the instructions, you know, the details of the video and the link. And check out my website, you know, and support the thing, because when you support and pick up a couple of them things, a t-shirt, some prints and things, it sort of help us stay on the air. More time, Missa B. More time.